Look at the materials here. This is what you'll need for this lesson.
All right, boys and girls. So today we are going to review what we've been learning about letters, words, and sentences. So let's just review what those are. So I'll say it, then you say it. A letter is all by itself and it makes a sound. You say it. A letter is all by itself and it makes a sound. Good job. Now repeat after me. Say a word is letters put together. Say a word is letters put together. All right. And then a sentence is, you say, a sentence is when you put word, space, word, space, word, space, end mark, we have a sentence. All right, boys and girls. So today for our letter, word, and sentence sort, you're going to need some materials, and I want you to go get them out, and then we'll be ready to start. You're going to need a glue stick from your toolbox. You're going to need a pencil from your toolbox. You're going to need scissors from your toolbox. You're going to need 2 pieces of paper from your Wait for Teacher folder. One of them looks like this, and one of them looks like this. It's a short sheet. It might be tucked down in there, so look carefully. I want you to find your materials and then come back and we'll get started. All right, boys and girls, so we're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to get our materials ready, and the first thing we do is always the same. Pick up our pencil and write our name. Remember, pinch, slide down, and rest. So up here where it says name, I want you to write your name. I'm going to write Miss Light at the top of my paper. Okay, and I'm going to put my pencil down. Now, I want to show you what this paper says. It says, oh, you know these words. Read with me. I can sort by letters, words, and sentences. So I'm going to say it again. I can sort by letters, words, and sentences. So we are going to sort. Do you see these boxes? We're going to put some things in these boxes. And the first word up here says letter. And I know that letters are all by themselves and they make a sound. So I'm going to write a letter here to remind you. Let's see. How about the letter M? M is a letter. It's all by itself and it makes the sound mm-mm-mm. Another letter I know that is all by itself is the letter A. The letter A, and the sound it makes is ah, ah, ah. So these are letters, okay? The next one says word, and I remember that words, take your hand and say words, are letters put together. So I know one word that I know that we've learned, and that's the word the. So I'm going to write the word the here to remind you that words are letters put together. Here's the. You don't have to do this part. I'm just showing you an example. There's a word. It's letters, 3 letters put together, and it makes a word the. And then finally, the last one says sentence. And I remember that a sentence is word, space, word, space, word, space, end mark. So I could write a sentence here for you just to remind you, like I, space, can, space, oop, I ran out of room there. I'm going to write it down here. I can write. And at the end of my sentence, I need an end mark. So I have I can write. That is a sentence. It has word, space, end mark. Okay, so now I have my paper ready. I'm ready to sort. So the first thing I have to do with this other piece of paper, do you see these little dotted lines? My job is going to be to do some cutting. And I know you've been practicing your cutting a lot, so we're getting better and better at it. So remember, your fingers go on the bottom, your thumb goes on top. That's the way we cut. This hand just opens and shuts, open, shut, open, shut. And this hand, you're very important. This hand has to do the hard job. It has to turn the paper. So I want you to cut each of these little pieces out. I'm going to cut the fast way. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go all the way around the outside. Boom, 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 boom. Turn the paper. cut, 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 turn the paper. Cut, 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 cut. Oh, now look it. I have all the edges cut off, and now I can cut right between these. I'm gonna cut on this line right here. Cut, cut, cut. Ah, that's awesome. Now I'm gonna cut here. Dotted line, cut, cut, cut. Again, dotted line, cut, cut, cut. Dotted line, cut, cut, cut. Last one. And here. Finally, you see how I have these dotted lines? These are going to be really easy to cut. I just go straight across. Cut, 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 cut. I want you to cut all of your pieces apart, and then we will sort them. All right, boys and girls, so I finished all my cutting. I have all my little squares here, and then I have all my trash over here. I'm gonna either throw that trash away or just move it out of my way so it doesn't confuse me when I'm doing my job. Okay, so now we have to sort our pieces. So I'm just gonna grab one and I'm gonna look at it and decide. And I think I'm gonna use a crayon to mark it. Is this a letter? Is it all by itself? Is it a word? Is it letters put together? I don't see letters put together. Or is it word space, word space, word space, and mark? I don't see any spaces. I just see one thing by itself. I think this one is just a letter by itself. So I'm gonna put it up here where it says letters all by themselves. And I'm gonna just set it on a square, like match it in there, okay? I'm gonna grab another one. Let's see what I have this time. Okay, ask yourself, is this a letter all by itself? This doesn't look very lonely. It looks like there's a bunch of letters here. Is it letters put together to make one word? No, I see some spaces in here. Is it a sentence? Word space, word space, word space, and mark. Let's look. Word space. Let me point to that for you. Word space, word space, word, end mark. I see an end mark there. I think this is a whole sentence. So I'm gonna find the one that says sentence. It's not that one, it's not that one. I'm gonna match it right there. I'm gonna do one more. Let's see what I get this time. What is this one? Okay, so first I have to say, is it a letter all by itself? You say it at home, yes or no? I agree, that is not a letter. Let's see, does this look like a word? Letters put together with no spaces? No, I don't think so. Let's see if this is a sentence. Let's check it out. Word, space, word, space, word, space, word, end mark. I see that end mark and I see spaces. I see these words are put together with spaces and that makes it a sentence. So I'm gonna lay it, on up here. Now, boys and girls, before you get to glue, stop. Before you get to glue, you have to have an adult check out your paper with them all laid on there. Let's pretend I laid them all on there. I just quickly laid them on there. And I want you to have an adult check with yours before you glue them to see if you're correct. If you have some mistakes, then you need to move them around. And when you think you have them all in the right place, then you get to glue. Remember, you're gonna take your lid off, crank it up 2 times, 1, 2. You're going to take your square, don't put glue where the writing is, put glue on the back. Just a dab around the edges, and then stick it down. Boys and girls, you're going to, when you're all done, you're gonna take a picture of it and upload it to Seesaw. Then make sure, the most important thing, that you clean up all your materials, because you've seen we've been using our tools. So all your tools go back in the toolbox so they are ready for the next job. And when you're done, check out my picture of mine and see if you did the same thing.
Match your paper to mine. Does it look the same? Press pause and double check. Take a picture and upload it to Seesaw so we can see your hard work.